Hello, hello, welcome back. I am Stephanie from Behind the Designs, and today we're going to be working in my classic disc-bound planner. I have some dashboards to add. I found some fun post-it type notes in my stash, and we're going to set up my goals for the month. Okay, so I am obviously a little behind in getting this done, but for lack of time, it is what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of jump right in with the dashboard. So let me show you. I picked up these three dashboards on the Buy Sell Trade group, and I love butterflies, dragonflies, and I thought this would be a cool addition. So I'm going to pop these into my planner, and then we're going to get started. Okay, well, we're kind of started right now. As soon as I get this opened. Is this one sealed? Perfect. Okay. So this here is, these are, by the way, Jane's Agenda dashboards. This one here is well, this one's a second one that went to this collection when it came out. But I was mostly interested in these two, which this one here is a vellum over the dashboard, and it says a new era of me. This is nice, but I wasn't planning on including it, at least not this time. So this one, I see we have something on inbox. We have goals. Let's put this in the business. Perfect little spot for it. And there's no rhyme or reason. I'm not making sure that every dashboard in the planner matches. I'm not worried about that. So I really only wanted to, I just love the color of this, and I kind of went with it. So I just thought it'd be fun to add it in. So now I have this cool little dashboard. And then, let's see, we have this one. This one wasn't in a wrapper, but that's okay. That does not bother me. I'm just happy I found them. I, of course, had both of, I don't remember getting that one, but I did have this blue one in both the mini and the junior. I just didn't have it in classic, so I'm kind of happy that I was able to snag that. Look how pretty that is. Love it. Okay, so the map is a vellum dashboard. Let's see. There is this, but that would kind of overshade that. No. What was this? I'm just looking to see where I kind of want to put it. I don't have a clear paper. Let me see, do I? I have Today paper. What is this one? Oh, I put washi on that. These are dailies. Okay. I will have to find just a plain piece, which I have it, of white paper to put behind this so that you can see it better. But and I will have to go search that out. I have a ton of Happy Planner paper. I have paper that is like blank. It just has like a little like color along the disc edge. But for now, I'm just going to put it here because this is where I'm going to leave it. And once I get the paper behind it, let's see. You can kind of see it. See how nice that'll show through? So that'll be cool. All right. So I also have, let me get to my planner part. So if you remember, this here is a hybrid dashboard, It's frosted again from Jane's Agenda. And I am going to add some sticky notes to it. I think this is sticky. Okay, so both of these, I believe, came from Cocoa Daisy some time back. I think these are Post-its. Yes, okay, so I'm just going to grab a couple of those. And so let's see, let's put this here so that I have Post-it notes handy. Again, I'm trying to curb my Post-it note or scattered notes everywhere obsession. Let's take a couple of these. Look how cute. And that worked out perfectly. Okay, and of course, as you can see, my current setup. And so we are going to go. I want to show you. Let me get there. Okay, so here. So you know, in the parenting layout, you get this, I think it said family focus and goals, because again, it's a parenting layout. And I have it set up. I was struggling a bit to get used to how it's structured, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I am going to introduce my monthly goals and tasks dashboard or quad layout. And I'm going to see if that works a little bit better in reining it in, let's say. So I need to cut this down. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. So we're going to pull this over. And then once it's cut down, I may or may not use some stickers from these sticker books from Happy Planner, just to kind of give it that same summery vibe. Let me get this over here because I need space. In fact, because this wasn't quite, well, let me show you. So when I print or want to cut down things that from my shop that don't have the crop marks on it, I had this little Post-it system, but I moved this the other day and the Post-its kind of went everywhere. So rather than remeasure, I kind of made a pencil marking, but I do want to kind of keep it on target with Happy Planner paper. So let's see. I just need to find a piece of Happy Planner paper because I will also be using the Happy Planner punch. And I only want the paper to kind of give me a guideline, even though I did make marks on it. So again, I just like to make sure I'm not cutting too short or too long. So let's see. Even though the marks are over there, I'm going to use this to tell me and make sure that I cut where I need to. There's nothing worse than a piece of paper that is cut wrong and then you punch it and then it lays weird, you know, in your planner, you know what I mean. All right, looks like they were pretty well accurate. All right, let's see. All right, let's cut the bottom just as I had it marked. I do have a few eraser marks, but I'll just trim those off or erase those before I do anything. Okay. Let's make sure we are. Okay. Are we good? We're good. All right, let me get this out of the way. All righty. So what I want to do, I think, oh, let me punch it. We're going to work on it and I haven't even punched it yet. Now comes the moment of truth. All good. All right, let me show you the month. Okay, so remember the decoration? I did kind of like this really bright, summery kind of vibe. So I'm going to do that, I think, again. But I think after I do some decorations, let's see. Okay, so as you can see, I kind of went on a pen hunt for the colors that were originally in the sticker set that I did. I was having trouble finding all my mild liners. I found like the orangey yellow, the green. I couldn't find the blue or the teal, which is odd. Oh, well, teal, and that's because teal is right here in my planner. Okay, that's good enough. So I was thinking of kind of giving these boxes like a like color. So let's do this. I want to see quickly. I think there were numbers in here, if I remember correctly. It's really hard flipping through this. I've mentioned it before. Let's see. Get them straight. Let's try that. Okay. Okay, I do have numbers. So interesting. So there's 2 letter colors, but only one of the numbers. Oh, that's fine. So let me do this. Where are my tweezers? Apparently nowhere to be found. Okay, so I want to number the boxes and I want to be able to see them. So let's do 2. I have no choice, has to be pinkish because that's all there is. 2, 3 is teal. Let's grab this color. And let's do green, just to make sure it shows up, because that is a very vivid color. Okay. And there are actually some individual stickers. I know I saw some. Oh, let's do this. Let's give a little quote at the bottom. Straight enough. I like that, but there's only one. I sometimes like to just throw on a little decor just to kind of get it going. Again, this book, a little hard to deal with. Here we go. Let's see, what do we got? All right, I've used all the stickers I think from here, so let me just set that somewhere else because I have backups. Maybe not exactly the same, but they will work. So remember, when you get my printables, it does have this little like kind of sparkle, but you can just use whiteout to take it off so that you can decorate how you'd like. Okay, just to give it a little something something. Let's tuck that off. And then what I'm going to write here is June. Okay, let's write a few things in. Okay, so I just, kind of wrote in my headers and gave it a little extra on the font just so you can see it through the color. And I want to use this because there will be two. Okay. And let's see. Do I want to write it in the same color? Probably not. I think I won't. Okay, so for home, we need this. Actually, I'm going to do a dot. So let me just quickly make mention. On the back here are tasks. It is in a quad layout, so it allows you to kind of focus in on certain task areas. So it might be administrative. If you do a blog, it might be blog, that kind of thing. So you can kind of focus in on a particular area, or you can just keep a running list. You can go straight down, ignore that box, straight down, ignore that box. So this is kind of like an ongoing thing. For me, it's almost an inbox by month. So this is not something I'm going to fill in today, but I wanted to kind of give you an idea of how I use it. I will usually batch things. So this might be website. This would be editing, that kind of thing. So I tend to batch, and that's what I use this quad layout for. But today I just wanted to do some of the goals, get these planned out. Let me write some in. Okay, so I went ahead and filled a little bit of this in. There's probably still some more that I will add, obviously. And then, of course, I have to fill this in. Now, for me, my goals are um, like a guideline to help me stay focused on what I want to accomplish. It doesn't mean that I'll get everything done. Obviously, especially for me, I tend to overbook myself. Um, so these are the things I would like to get done. We'll see how well that works out. But as you can see, the largest is under home because there's so many projects outside that need to be done. And I need to get them done with the help of my husband. And so that is probably the more priority at the time. And then these things will go on, you know, secondary for the most part. And Pinterest is something that I kind of dropped the ball on. So I want to pick it up. And so I have some like pathways I want to go to try and get back into it. So here's my goals for June. And I think that they are pretty well set. These pages are not going in here. Okay. At least for now. And you probably remember the goal pages that I set up in the Traveler's Notebook, Plan a Perfect Traveler's Notebook. And it was this, they were the kind of the same setup. They were a quad. Home is on there, you know, that kind of thing. So again, the Traveler's Notebook is what I grab and go. And then this is mostly what I look at when I'm at my desk. So I'm hoping that no matter where I am, I will have a focus on my goals. So let me get this in here. Okay. And I have no more room. Let's move some of the ones I didn't use. I used that, but that's okay. Let's put this up here. Okay, so this I want to put here. And I'm not going to glue it down to this page only because I do have this and I kind of want to use it. So I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it free float. Now, the other thing I could do is I could put it in the beginning here. So that's another option. Anyhow, for now, I'm going to leave it here because even though I have this task list, I kind of do start things over here. Like these are what I start writing prior to getting this all set up. It's kind of like that brain dump area. So I do already have some tasks on the list, let's say. But here it is. This is my, where's my highlighter? Oh, here it is. Let me put this here to remind me it's got to go back in there. But here's my June monthly goals. Again, printables available on the shop, and you can get it. I believe it comes, if I remember correctly, it's been so long. You'll get 2 pages. You'll get the one without the crop marks and the one with the crop marks to help you cut them down to the size you need. If you are printing for Happy Planner Classic, I'm suggesting, like I printed mine at like 84%. So again, test your printer. Don't use your good paper until you know for sure, but that's what I used. And you know, for junior or mini, it's going to be less. I haven't quite tested it. There are some standards out there though. So to my tasks, I think that's where I had it. I will probably add to get a blog post out with the percentages to print my printables at so that you can put them in a classic, junior, or mini. So I'll write that in as forthcoming, and then hopefully I'll get to it this year. All right, so that is it for today. I wanted to get my goal set up, share it with you, plan it out with you so that I don't end the video, go about the next task, and never get to it. So I've kind of done it now. I'm good to go. So now I'm all set, and it's colorful, it's bright, it matches my theme for the month, and I'm good. I'm good to go. We added some dashboards, which I'm loving, and I'm really happy with this setup, even though I'm not a huge fan of like blues and teal, but I'm loving this cover. And as you can see, I still have my lavender discs, but I haven't ordered the silver ones yet, but it is what it is. So I'm going to leave it at that. So I want to thank you so much for joining me here today and for helping me get my goals all set up for June. And don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, turn on that bell notification, and I will see you on the next video.